The champs are here. It is Championship Saturday. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pilger, and welcome in to the Saturday Morning Sports Show live from Slumberland here in Mexico. We are going to be talking to lots of great guests here this morning. Centralia Wrestling, back-to-back state champs. North Callaway High School Wrestling, they're state champs too. Mexico Bulldogs boys going for a district championship, and we're going to get to that right now. We're going to get right to it. Head coach Darren Pappas and Caden Benny, and thanks for coming in this morning, guys.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Let's get started. It's a tournament week. It's been a very busy week, stressful week, I'm sure. Coach, talk to us about the Fulton game. It was a tight game.
Yeah, having 8 days off, I think we were a little rusty. Came out a little slow and sluggish in the first half. Made some adjustments at halftime on the offensive and defensive end. And then, they tied it up there late in the third quarter with a corner three. We just relied on our defense in the fourth quarter and really cranked it up and turned up the effort and the energy and made some shots, big time, and one shot by Caden here to put the stretch the lead even more and win by 13, I think it was.
Yeah, absolutely. 13 points for UKB, 7 rebounds, 5 for 7 at the free throw line. In the fourth quarter, those free throws, they really matter. Kind of talk to us about what was going through your mind in those pressure moments when you step up to the charity stripe and I got to make these.
I really don't view it as pressure. You just go up there, you let the ball out your hands. It's always smooth. But wish I was 7 for 7. Mom gave me crap for that, of course. Pap gave me crap at practice. But, yep.
Absolutely. Just kind of talk a little bit about that style of game, Pappas. It was a kind of a low-scoring game, Coach, in that first half. Is that something that, more of a defensive struggle there? Do you want to get off to a quicker start today against Hallsville?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have to get off to a quicker start. I think, anytime you're in a district play like this or the playoffs, things get a little bit tighter. Defenses are a little bit more crisp. You're not going to get easy looks. We got plenty of shot opportunities. They just weren't falling in the first half, and I think that was kind of also a little bit of nervousness, setting in. But hopefully tonight we play free and we get out there and we get after it in the first quarter and get off to a great start.
KB, 4 players in double figures there for Mexico. As a matter of fact, you were one of them. Charlie Fisher, Brady Thanen, also James Matthews. Kind of talk about the importance of having all of you guys hitting on all cylinders in these district playoff games.
Yeah, it definitely helps when everybody's hitting. I mean, it just makes it so that one person doesn't have too much pressure on them and everybody can just rely on each other.
Coach Pappas, Hallsville, this is a rematch today. Talk a little bit about this Hallsville team, compare it to last year and this year, and how does Mexico match up with them?
Obviously, they returned some guys from last year's district championship squad team. Obviously, we returned guys as well. They got a big 2 guards. Caitlin Dorman, really good basketball player, can score at all 3 levels. And Tatum Branham, really good shooter, really good driver. Those 2 you got to contain as much as possible. This is by no means any easy task. And then obviously they got other guys around them. We got a good game plan going in. Bosco is going to change it up and mix it up on the defensive end. Obviously, offensively, we know what we need to do against their defense. And so we're excited about this opportunity to play for another district title.
It is at 2 p.m. today. As a matter of fact, I think you're going to go and get the shoot-around going here momentarily. But, senior, kind of what is your message as a senior to your teammates before you go into this championship game?
Same message as it is every time. Let's go get a W. We got to go out there, play hard, play good defense, and let's knock down some shots.
All right. It is a 2 p.m. start. It's at the Fulton High School. Coach, tell everybody, how they can access the game. And if they want to be in person, I think they take cash at the...
Yeah, absolutely. We would love to see everybody out there. A lot of red in the crowd. 2 p.m. start. Doors open at 1 p.m. Cost us $6. They're taking cash at the door for any person that is 6 and up. You can also stream it online. Obviously at Misha TV, I think it's $10 to watch it, so you can sit in your own home. But we'd love to have the gym packed at Fulton High School. with Bulldog fans cheering on these guys.
All right, want to wish you guys the best of luck today. 2 p.m. start time. Everybody heard how you can access that, and hopefully the fans will show up, and good luck to you guys. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. As they go for a district championship today, the Mexico Bulldogs head coach Darren Pappas, also the court general Caden Benny, our first guest here on the sports show. We do want to thank our studio sponsor, as a matter of fact, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico. Our other sponsors include United Credit Union, the Weber family of pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, Mexico School District, Van Far School District, and the Community R6 School District. As we kind of switch off the court and go to the wrestling mat, have a couple of guys here joining us from North Callaway High School. Senior Kellen Long, good morning.
Good morning.
And we also have junior Colin Moore, and thanks for stopping out this morning, guys.
No problem.
You guys, we'll start with you, Kellen. You've been on the podium all 4 years, but this season you finally broke through for your first state title. You pinned Chase Wilson in the second period. What made this year different for you mentally and, physically, if you will?
Oh, what made this different was having the team aspect. Is like we were one big family, and we were always there to support each other. But also having the coaches for having the right mindset that you need for before the match, and then after, just staying on top of each other. So it's just wonderful to have that all year long.
Yeah, Colin, you're a junior, as a matter of fact, and you've gone back-to-back as a state champion. Both title matches decided by just 1 point. This year, 3-2 in overtime. What does it take to stay composed in those high-pressure, razor-thin matches?
Yeah, I wrestle a lot of matches like that, slow down the pace a little bit, and I feel like I'm really good under pressure, and I know I can wrestle good in positions and just get the win when it really matters.
Yeah, Kellen, your semifinal against Emory Crawford went to overtime, and you pulled out a gritty 5-3 win. How important was that match in building the momentum and confidence that carried you into the finals?
Oh, that match was huge. Me and him have gone through some things in the past, so getting that win over him was huge for me. It brought a whole bunch of momentum, made the stands and our crowd feel a little not so stressful and want to pull their hair out during my match after that. So it was pretty good. It was a nice win, so it was good.
Yeah, Colin, you've already passed 100 career wins. You're only a junior. You've got a chance to chase some big numbers next year. What kind of personal goals are you already thinking about heading into your senior season?
I mean, there's obviously goals like Kellen hit 150 wins, 100 pins. There's always big goals, but the real focus is just going out there and winning matches and wrestling my match, and all the goals will come.
Absolutely. Kellen, you earned 150 plus career wins in your high school career. You're going to wrestle again. Tell everybody where you've decided to go to school at.
Yeah, after this year, I committed and signed to the University of Augustana in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
What part of your style do you think will translate best to the college level, and what are you most excited for?
I think my offense will probably transition the best to the college level, and I'm most excited for the team atmosphere that I've only had for this past year for sure, and then the coaches always want to get me better, and then what I can do from there.
Absolutely. Colin, the North Callaway wrestling program is starting to build up some momentum. What do you tell the younger guys who want to get involved in wrestling? What's your best advice for them?
It's a tough sport, and it's going to make you better at everything else you do in life. It's going to make you better at life. It's going to make you better at any other sport you play year-round, and we're on the rise.
No doubt about it. Guys, thank you for getting up early. Congratulations on the successful season once again and being state champs, and hopefully we'll stay in touch with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. North Callaway High School boys wrestlers, senior Kellen Long, junior Colin Moore, as a matter of fact, as we want to go through and thank our studio sponsors once again. Slumberland Furniture of Mexico is our studio sponsor. Other sponsors include United Credit Union, Weber Family of Pharmacies, the Arthur Center Community Health, and also Mexico School District, Van Far School District, Community R6 School District, and we do want to thank all of our sponsors as we bring in some more wrestlers. As a matter of fact, told you it's Championship Saturday. The champs are here from Centralia Wrestling. Head coach Luke Gramke, good morning.
Morning.
Senior Rex Bryson, glad to have you back.
Thank you.
And we also have first-timer Charlie Robinson joining the show. Welcome here to the show. Glad to have you guys in. Coach, your program has 3 state championships in 4 years, 7 straight years finishing in the top 4. What has been the key to sustaining this kind of long-term consistency, especially at the Class 1 level?
I'll start by thanking our community because that's what gets the ball rolling from our youth level to our middle school to the high school. We have great coaches at every level, and we have a community that cares about wrestling and really sets the high school up for success. And that's, I'm here doing the interview, but in reality, these individuals' success started a long time ago.
Rex, you pinned Marceline's Jack Sportsman in 39 seconds to win your 2nd straight title, and your longest match at state was just 2 minutes and 16 seconds. You don't get paid by the hour. How do you mentally prepare to come out that aggressively and end matches so quickly at a high level?
Just like I do every other match of the year, you just go out there, try to get to your stuff, and try to have fun out there. And that's kind of my style that I've had throughout my entire high school career. So that's what I work on in the room, and it's just like working on out there on the room. It's no reason to put it on a big stage.
Yeah. Charlie, you reached the state finals for the 2nd straight year. Faced Carter Wallace, a 3-time champion, 4-time finalist. What did you learn from competing on that stage again, especially against an opponent with that kind of resume?
I have a lot to work on no matter how far I get. It's fun to go out there and compete with that kind of guy. He's won 3 state titles for a reason. Came in 2nd again, but had a lot to work on now from that match, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. This year's state team title came down to the wire. Centralia edged out Marceline by 9 points. Several matches in the finals ended up deciding it. What was the moment whenever you felt like the title really turned in your team's favor?
Not until we had the trophy.
Yeah.
It did take that long. We did have kids, we had parents, we had other coaches paying attention to that team score. So we kind of knew that we needed the help. We kind of knew that we were still in the mix. The state tournament was full of roller coasters, ups and downs. We had opportunities that were missed, and we had some opportunities that were gained. But yeah, ultimately, it did take a while for it to settle in and be in the driver's seat.
Absolutely. Rex, you're going to finish your career with over 150 wins, headed to the University of Buffalo next year. Kind of talk about your decision to wrestle there. What's right about that program for you?
Yeah, I always knew I was going to wrestle at the next level. And a couple years ago when I opened up my recruiting process, most of the schools that I was interested in were on the East Coast and far away like that. So I had 2 schools in New York, 1 in Virginia and 1 in Maryland that I ended up visiting. And Buffalo checked all the boxes for me. I really like their new coaches. I like the program that they're shaping. And I like the area. And I think we can build something strong over there.
Buffalo, New York?
Yep.
You're going to come back with an accent whenever you come back and visit us?
I hope not.
Okay, all right. Charlie, 1 more season ahead of you. How hungry are you to get back to the finals next year? What's maybe one area that you're focused on improving before your senior season?
The goal is definitely to win it all next year. I think there's always room for improvement on my feet. Getting to my offense again and again. Showed that in the finals match. I got plenty to work on, but it's going to be fun next season. Trying to win it all.
Yeah, I understand there's going to be a party in Seatown coming up next week. Let's talk a little bit about that. A celebration of the state title. Coach, tell everybody about that when it's at the high school, I believe.
Yep, Tuesday. It's going to be in the afternoon. Community's welcome. These kids deserve all the recognition that they can possibly get. Wrestling's a hard sport. We try to do our best to make it fun, but at the end of the day, it's still a really tough sport. And yeah, we're excited to celebrate them and put them up on a pedestal that they deserve.
Bringing the medals out, bringing the trophy out for everybody to see.
I hope so. That trophy's in good shape, right?
Yep.
Okay. Where's that? Right. Very nice. Guys, I appreciate you getting up early, coming out. Want to stay in contact with you and have you back on again soon.
All right. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Centralia Wrestling head coach Luke Gramke, senior Rex Bryson, junior Charlie Robinson, as the sports show is just rolling right along with plenty of guests here again. Thanks to our studio sponsor, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico. Other sponsors include United Credit Union, Weber Family of Pharmacies, the Arthur Center Community Health, Mexico School District, Vanfar School District, and the Community R6 School District. And fresh off of tournament week, joining us, I bothered him. I said, hey, can you get up early? I know they were up late, but we do want to welcome in the Mexico Lady Bulldogs head coach, Mackenzie Mudd, Hannah Lloyd, the senior here, as well as senior Landry Teal, and thanks for coming out this morning.
Thanks for having us.
You know, I was reading on everybody's posts last night, and, you know, I've called games for a lot of years, and I get a little bit emotional whenever it comes to an end. You know, a season and senior career as coach, just kind of talk a little bit about, you know, you've made a championship game, a district championship game 3 years in a row. You're having a successful program here. Kind of talk a little bit about what that means.
Well, sorry, losing the voice from last night.
Yep.
All of that comes from the players. Honestly, these 3 years have been really fun. I think these 2 have been good leaders, even as underclassmen, helping us get to that point by the end of the season. Each season has had some ups and downs, as everyone's does, but we've always found a way to figure it out in the end and make it to that important game. And that's really all I can ask for from a team, to give it your all until the very end.
Hannah Lloyd, I think you said number 10 is out. You know, hanging the shoes up is what you said on your social media post. Kind of recap this season, your senior season, and kind of what it's meant to you.
I actually didn't think I'd have too hard of feelings at the end of the season because it's just basketball. But it was pretty tough.
Yeah.
It was a good season, and I was happy to have a junior year like I did. All of us were. Junior year was awesome, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you fall, but you can only pray they can do good next year.
Absolutely. Landry, kind of talk about your season, you know, some of your favorite moments from senior season, and what was that like at the end of the game last night? What were you telling your teammates at the end? What were they saying to you?
I was just telling them to keep going. Like, we were right there. We just had to keep pushing through. Like, I know everyone was tired, but we were so close.
Yeah.
Just keep pushing through.
Absolutely. Coach, let's talk a little bit about what comes for next season. How are you set up there? Of course, you're losing 2 quality seniors here. You know, what does the team look like?
Our bonus is we do have 10 returning varsity players. We've got 5 additional JV players that we had this year, so a total of 17 girls. So it's just going to be seeing who's willing to step up and fill the big shoes that they're leaving behind, and who else is willing to come up and kind of take some of those other roles to balance out what our new makeup's going to look like.
No doubt about it. Hannah, what comes next for you as, my gosh, it's almost graduation time, less than 2 months away. What comes next for you?
I'm going to go ball out at Pitt State, you know?
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. It's all I've dreamed of, so.
Very nice. Wish you the best of luck. Landry, you are going to school. Where are you headed to?
No, I'm headed to Springfield.
Springfield.
Yeah.
Very nice. What are you going to major in?
Physical therapy.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Well, listen, I appreciate you guys coming out. I want to wish you the, best of luck on the next season. Wish you guys best of luck at the college level. Thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you.
From the Mexico Lady Bulldogs basketball team, head coach Mackenzie Mudd, Hannah Lloyd, and Landry Teal, the seniors, as they wrapped up their season. I believe a 15-win season for the Mexico Lady Bulldogs. So another very successful season, and congratulations to them. Do want to thank again our sponsors, studio sponsors, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico. Other sponsors include United Credit Union, Weber Family of Pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, Mexico School District, Van Far School District, and the Community R6 School District. And, we've saved the best for last. As a matter of fact, the Mexico High School Activities Director, Brandon Schafer, out here. And good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Matt.
Are you awake? I know you've been.
It's been a long couple weeks. It's been a good couple weeks, but it's been a long couple weeks for sure.
A lot of success in
Yes,
the Mexico
yes.
high school sports programs. Of course, the big talk is conference. North Central Missouri Conference is going to be dissolved at the end of this year. That's
Yes, sir.
coming soon.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's some big talk out there right now. Mexico may have an opportunity to join a conference. What can you tell us about that?
So it is talk.
Okay.
So recently, the Midland Empire Conference, a conference in Northwest Missouri, met. Kind of like their ADs and superintendents. It's called the Board of Controls. They met February 24th and created or developed an invitation for 4 schools Mexico, Moberly, Marshall, and Kirksville to join the MEC is what we'll call it, the MEC. They felt it was a good fit for those 4 schools, competitively, size, we have a lot of the same sports and stuff like that. So they voted on that. They sent the invitation to central office at all 4 schools. And recently on Tuesday, Kirksville's school board voted to approve to move forward with the process. I think next week, Marshall and Moberly will take the invitation to their school boards. And then on March 17th, Dr. Lentz will bring it to Mexico Public Schools school board. So if they all agree, if all 4 schools agree to move forward with the process on April 9th, the Board of Controls will meet again. The MEC Board of Controls will meet again to make a formal invitation or add the schools to the conference. Now, during that process, the MEC is also meeting with their school boards, so to make sure that they're okay with it too. So it's in the very early stages, but it's moving fast, very quick turnaround. And so, I've reached out to our coaches. I've gotten feedback from a majority of our coaches, and it's all great feedback, good questions. The concerns that they have, travel, what does it look like, scheduling, different stuff like that. And those are questions that I have as well. I know that their Board of Controls at the MEC has discussed, if this moves forward, bringing everybody together and making joint decisions on different, just joint decisions on scheduling, cross-division games, different stuff like that. And so that's where we're at, really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if everybody realizes about the Midland Empire Conference, but stretches all the way to Maryville and St. Joseph,
Yes.
Which, as you've already mentioned, is a consideration for athletics and
sure.
activities. What kinds of travel models, schedules, or limitations are kind of being discussed there to make this workable for the student athletes and the parents that want to be there?
For sure. And that is, I think, the biggest question for our coaches. Those would be long trips if we have to play. So they're looking at an East and a West division. The East division would be the 4 schools, which we are already in our conference, and Chillicothe. Chillicothe is about the same type of drive as Marshall, a little bit further. And the West division would be Bishop LeBlond, Excelsior Springs, St. Joseph Benton, Maryville, Savannah, and Cameron. And so all 6 of those schools, when you hear them, you hear Kansas City, St. Joe. You hear long distance. And so the biggest schedules that they have looked at so far is our football, because that's the hardest to schedule. And it looks like the preliminary would be we play the East Division and we play 1 or 2 or 3 of the West Division. So hopefully we're not traveling to, well, we can't travel to all 6 anyway because we don't have enough weeks in football. But I think that is the route that they are planning to go, is not making everybody, because it's long for them too.
Yeah.
Like Maryville traveling to Mexico, I mean, that's long for them as well. And so those conversations are something that I believe will happen. Because,
Neutral site is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
I could see that. Yeah,
maybe
for sure.
a little bit closer. And as
Yep.
you said, message to the community right now, these are only discussions,
Yes.
right?
Yep. And if the process moves forward, we're going to do everything that we can. The 4 schools and the MEC, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that our kids and our communities are, given the opportunity to be competitive. And we're just excited that somebody has reached out with interest for Mexico Public Schools, with the facility upgrades that we have and the success that we've had across the board this year. We've been in several district championship games. We've won, conference in several sports. And so we've won, third place at state in wrestling. It's just nice to have schools and conferences reach out and say, hey, we're interested in your competitive school district. And it's just nice like that. And so we're excited for that. Now there are a lot of questions and stuff, but So
We'll get there.
Yep,
We'll
for
get
sure.
there. You mentioned facility upgrades. We want to kind of end on this because there is going to be a new court
Yes,
over at
for sure.
the Mexico High School. I know that is a huge project.
Yes.
Kind of give us an update on that because, the Bulldogs, boys basketball team,
Yeah.
girls basketball team, they won't play on that court again this year.
No.
When does construction get underway?
The plan is for deconstruction to begin during spring break. And so that's when they will not demolish, but demolish and remove the current floor. We're going to, they're going to take out the floor in 4x4 pieces. And so our Dr. Linson and my plan are to keep a whole bunch of the wood in case people want that. But spring break is when it'll start. We're in the beginning processes of developing the design. We want to keep it on brand. We want to keep it, we want it to look slick. We want it to be, and so we're in those processes, but I'm really excited. After being at Moberly and seeing their court, I love the natural wood. It keeps it light, but we're excited.
We are definitely excited. I appreciate you coming and giving us an update on the conference. Once everything gets set in stone, all of the I's are dotted and T's are crossed.
Yeah.
We'll have you come back and give another update if you're
For
so
sure.
gracious.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're probably headed over to the district championship game at 2.
Well, I got to bounce over to the quarterfinal game first.
Okay.
Because we got number 4 nationally ranked Principia playing on our court. That's the last team that's going to play.
My goodness. What
Yeah.
what a story
So hopefully
that
our
is, man.
rims, hopefully our rims stay intact today. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'll be very interesting. I know you're busy, so thank you for stopping by here. As always, we do want to thank our studio sponsor, Slumberland Furniture of Mexico. Come check out all of the great deals here. Say hi to Logan and Andy. Other sponsors, including the United Credit Union, Weber Family of Pharmacies, Arthur Center Community Health, the Mexico School District, Van Far School District, and Community R6 School District. Want to say get well to Jeremy Jacob. He is usually here filming. Sky Strauss is taking over those duties today, but Jeremy feeling under the weather, and he does all of our statistics and research and does a lot for the show. So get well, Double J, and thank you, Sky. This has been another edition of the Mexico Ledger Saturday Morning Sports Show, live from Slumberland.